Smiths Falls. Welcome to Smiths Falls on Smiths Falls podcast that is made in Smiths Falls, for Smiths Falls, and about Smiths Falls. Today on the show, I have Mr. Logan Brown. Logan is actually one of the first people I ever met when I moved to town. When I worked with him on the Rise Yoga Festival, he came in and he was the music entertainment. But Logan has switched gears recently, and he has moved from music to stand-up comedy, something he describes as his first love, and he's making a go at it. So it was really interesting to reconnect with Logan and hear how his story is unfolding. Logan also has a show coming up. It is Comedy Night at Bowies, 20 Russell Street East in Smiths Falls. Comedy Night at Bowies, live comedy with Al Babcock and Logan Brown and more. He talks about it in the show, but I wanted to plug it up here right front. Doors at 7 p.m., 8 p.m. showtime, and you can get tickets through Logan via his Eventbrite. Go to Eventbrite and just search Smiths Falls and you'll find Comedy Night there with him and Al Babcock. That's Sunday, November 7th at Bowies. A little warning, listeners, as you carry on with this episode, maybe don't play it in front of the kids. This is I'm interviewing a stand-up comedian here, and sometimes we get into some racy topics and use some strong language. This show is already marked as adult and explicit on podcast sources, libraries, and catalogs. And we don't do a lot of censorship here. We record these late at night, and we're all adults here, and sometimes we get a little immature, but this show is just a little bit extra, thanks to Logan. And I love it, and it's great, but be forewarned. Don't play this one for the kiddos, okay? So, before we get to our, at times here and there, raunchy conversation with Mr. Logan Brown, I would like to bring you a message from our sponsors. The episode today is brought to you by the Arts Hub. The Arts Hub is a art gallery and gift shop where you can get local art. But it doesn't stop there. The Arts Hub just finished their first workshop this October, and they are bringing you their second workshop. The first one was all about paper making. The next one is by one of the Arts Hub's own exhibitors. Angie from Unwind Sewing and Crafts is coming in to do a sewing workshop. Now, this is for all you people who own a sewing machine, have used it a little bit, but don't really feel like you really know how. You want to get started. You want to get going more. Come in. It's a BYOM, bring your own machine. And Angie is going to show you how to work it, the different stitches, the different tips, the different tricks. Pricing wise, it's $45 or two people for the single price of $80. Bring your own machine. Make sure it's in reasonable good working order, and learn the basics of sewing while making a seasonal decorative 8x8 throw pillow. The workshop is run by Angie Bolsma of Unwind Sewing and Crafts. You can check her work out and follow her on Instagram at the account @UnwindCrafts. And that is happening on Saturday, November 20th from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. If you are interested in booking a spot for that, please visit theartshubsf.com or check them out on Facebook or Instagram. Send them a message and reserve your spot for the sewing workshop at the Arts Hub. And this episode is also brought to you by Northwood Music. Northwood Music is a local Smiths Falls record label bringing you music from many Smiths Falls local musicians, among other musicians. Matt and Grace, Amber McLean, Elmsley, 3 acts that are putting music out through Northwood Music. So check out northwoodmusic.ca and support local in your music listening habits, among other things. Local, local, local. But it doesn't just stop at the music you listen to. You can get merch, local artist merch through northwoodmusic.ca. Get that sweet t-shirt. Go to shop.northwoodmusic.ca and you can save on any of the merch there by using the code podcast10. You'll get a 10% discount on merch from Northwood Music artists at shop.northwoodmusic.ca using the discount code podcast10. Go there now and shop, shop, shop. All right, that's enough for sponsor talk, folks. On to my hilarious conversation with Mr. Logan Brown.
Two. Ooh.
Oh, there you are, Logan.
There we go.
So, you got a drink.
Yes, sir.
We both got some chips.
Bubbly. Buble.
I love that campaign. I love that commercial.
It's
where he's
perfect.
sitting in like the hall.
Yeah.
Not the hall, but the aisle. That's
Right.
That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
With a Sharpie, changing all the bubblies to Bubles.
Like fucking, it's like the campaign was, it's like they started the company with him in mind at some point.
I feel like somebody was like, it would be amazing. Like,
Right.
obviously not going to happen. But if we got fucking Buble in here, and fucking made a joke about him being Buble, bubbly, Buble, haha. Like, yeah. But what are we really going to do?
Yeah.
And somebody's like, no, we will.
Fucking,
We will get Buble.
And it's a really good seltzer water too. I'm a seltzer connoisseur because I don't drink. Mm-hmm. So it's like there needs to be the perfect balance of like the flavoring with the carbonation and everything like that. And PepsiCo, they've got it down with this bubbly water.
So is bubbly your number one then?
Bubbly is pretty. You know what? The President's Choice ones are creeping up though because they're a little bit cheaper. Mm-hmm. You can get like a 12-pack instead of a 6-pack. The way Bubbly kind of does their thing, it's like $1 less, and they got a more like variety, more like traditional soda flavors.
I've tried some of those ones.
Yeah, like the cream soda ones are pretty good.
I tried the cream soda. I tried the root beer.
Yeah, the root beer is good. The cherry one, the cherry vanilla, it's pretty good. It's freaky almost. Yeah. We just bought a what is it? The Soda Stream, where you press it and it makes.
I know the Soda Stream.
Those things are pretty dope. Mm-hmm. So I'm fucking.
Yeah, I buy those canisters 2 at a time.
Yeah, they're.
So you into like the stir at all then?
No, what's the stir?
That's how you can make basically your own flavored bubbly shit at home. Actually, it's a little different because it's not just like essence like that. There's sweetness to it,
right?
But it is like artificial.
Well, we do buy the little bubbly packets for the Soda Stream specifically because you can get the little flavor, like the little
Bubbly makes their own packets.
Yeah, for Soda Stream.
I was not aware of that,
dude. It's a fucking game changer, man.
Like bubbly brand packets.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we have I think actually we have the pineapple and the cherry at home. So
yeah, I use Stir, and there's a whole bunch. Like you can get like we're on the podcast, by the way.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. We've started.
When we started pontificating over seltzer water, I figured we were in it.
Logan Brown is on the podcast, folks. Just reminding myself to catch the intro, Mr. Logan Brown.
Woo!
We'll get to your story, but right now I'm kind of interested in this seltzer talk. Yeah. So I don't want to miss a beat there.
Yeah. Well, fucking game changer too is if you're going into. Bed Bath & Beyond has them, but they have fucking everything. But if you go into little coffee shops and you buy their syrups, you can just put those in the bubbly water too. Yeah. You got to pick and choose because we have pumpkin spice. I wouldn't recommend making pumpkin spice soda. I mean, you can try it. I'm not going to like fuck around. Like, life is we're only on this rock for like 75 to 100 years anyways. Like
YOLO.
Have a pumpkin spice.
We have pumpkin spice, everything else. We might as well have some pumpkin spice seltzer.
But for like $3, you can buy like one of those huge, like, 750, 500 milliliter things of, fucking cherry or cream soda.
Yeah. See, we go with the Stir because it's sugar free.
Right.
And we're big on the sugar free options.
I'm
in our
all
house.
that shit too. So
beyond that, it's not like sucralose or aspartame or something else that was named in a lab.
Right.
It's stevia, like plant extract.
Yeah.
So we like that one.
That's the shit, man.
We get my favorite. There's 2 that are my favorites. There's a pineapple coconut.
Yeah.
It's like a pina colada kind of deal.
Yeah.
And then there's a strawberry watermelon.
You're a tropical motherfucker, aren't you?
I like tropical.
See, like you're white on the outside,
flavors.
but you're Jamaican as shit on the inside, aren't you?
Well, I don't know. Maybe now.
Yeah.
Maybe now. I remember the first time I ever went out for Jamaican food.
Right.
It was Caribbean Flavors, I think was the name of the place.
Yeah.
Place in Ottawa, in Somerset.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I went there for roti.
Ooh.
And this place is, I mean, I think perhaps Jamaican cooks are just famous for this as Jamaican cooks.
Right.
But I know that this place was famous for how fucking long they take to get you your food. But like it was spun around like turning the negative into a positive thing. It's like fucking worth the wait.
Yeah, no.
And it's like they had like a newspaper article on the wall saying good food worth the wait at Caribbean Flavors.
That's a black thing. If you go like if you get Nigerian food too, or like Ghana, if you get like jollof rice, they take fucking forever.
Their kitchen timers are set to island time.
It's so good. Yeah, it's the best. Like I've tried to replicate jollof rice. Yeah. I mean, I'm also half. So like every time I'm adding an ingredient, the Irish half of me is like add a potato, So I have to stop myself a little bit, but fucking I'll ruin the recipe. But get it if you get it from the source though.
Yeah, back then I wasn't too into spicy foods.
Really,
and the waitress took our orders. We're like, yeah, we both want a roti. She's like, okay, and then she forgot to ask whether we wanted it like what spice level we wanted it.
Yeah.
And so the cook came out. Like, I don't know what happened to the waitress. She just left or what. That was her one order to take for the night. But he didn't look too happy that he had to come out and fuck with the order because he's not the waiter. He's the cook.
Right.
And so he sauntered out. He didn't even like come all the way to our table. He just kind of like made up for the distance with added volume. And he was like, how hot you want it? And my buddy who was there was like, I'll take a medium.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, how about you? And I said, I'll have a mild. And he looked at me and, am I allowed to do patois if I'm telling a story?
I mean, I don't speak for all black people. Certainly as a Nigerian, I don't speak for any Jamaican people, but like, fucking, I don't care. Yeah. I don't think anybody in Smiths Falls is going to cancel you on Twitter.
Right. Am I more likely to get canceled?
Plus, like, white people have Jamaican, like white people that are born in the Caribbean have the accent. So it's not like black people don't go, yo, man. Like, it's like just Jamaican people have that accent. There's tons of white people that are from, I knew a chick in public school, is from Trinidad, talk like that. She made you look like fucking Kanye West.
Yeah.
Like, she was so white, but she had that accent, so fuck it.
Well, in any case, I was like, yeah, I'll have a mild. And he looked at me and he said, yeah, you look like a mild boy. Like, oh. Just been emasculated.
Like, oh, thanks, man. Like, why are you here?
Now I'll sit here for an hour waiting for my food.
McDonald's is down the road.
Mild boy. Mild boy. I started eating spicy food like next week, like the week after that. It was like, fucker, call me mild again.
It's good for you too, though.
Oh, it's like, great for you. I love spicy food now. I love it. Yeah. I get the Frank's extra hot.
Yeah, man, that's the shit. I
got a jar of ghost pepper sauce in my fridge.
Yeah. That's especially, man, like Jamaican stuff, because they have that Scotch bonnet. Like, ghost pepper is definitely more volatile than a Scotch bonnet.
Scotch bonnet has the best tang to it, though.
Yes,
tangy,
that's
yellow.
That's the secret, because you get these especially with hot ones, you get these freaks that are like, it's all spice all the time, and it's like, no, you want to taste it. Like, there's a comedy club. It's a restaurant that they host an open mic every Thursday called Meow That's Hot. It was a hot sauce. They made hot sauce, and the hot sauce got so popular that they decided to open up a restaurant that showcases the hot sauce.
Nice.
But when I tried their hot sauce, it was exactly that thing. The flavor is 10 out of 10. And then it happens to be hot on top of it. You know, you're not going in there like it's some freak of nature. As soon as it touches your tongue, you got the gun to your head because you don't want to live anymore because it's so hot. You know what I mean?
That seems to be a creation of like people who got into hot sauce and they're like, now I want hotter. I'm ready for hotter. It's like, well, it's not a contest, really.
All the peppers now they're genetically, like everything after ghost pepper, like the Reaper, the Carolina Reaper, Pepper X, they're all genetically modified,
they're all hybrids
to be,
and stuff. Yeah, it's like, let's mix these together and hope that the new one's hotter.
Yeah, it's fucked, man. I'm not for any of that stuff.
Yeah,
I don't want to I don't pay $1,400 a month in my apartment to like only be on the toilet. You know what I mean? Like, I want to use the rest of the space as well.
Totally. Yeah. My favorite hot sauce I ever had, I think, was in Costa Rica. Ooh, so good.
Yeah.
Because every little place you go to makes their own in-house stuff.
Oh, right.
And that's what I like, is the variety.
Yeah.
I want to try this one and that one and this one and that one. I know some people, they're like, yeah, I love hot sauce. I eat Shiraka sauce on like everything.
Right.
And no other hot sauce will do.
Yeah.
It's a kick-ass hot sauce. I love it. It's a go-to of mine, but I'm not only going to eat that.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
like them all.
Yeah. But next time, because I do spots pretty frequently at Meow. So next time I'm there, I'll pick you up some. They have like a grapefruit hot sauce. It's like it's sweet, but it's got kick to it.
Yeah, please do.
As long as you're not allergic.
I got a fridge full of hot sauce.
Perfect. And, well, I'll pick you up some because you would definitely you jive with this stuff.
Yeah,
for sure.
I used to bring home. I've been to Costa Rica like 3 times, and every time I've gone, I've stayed just outside this little surfing town called Dominical.
Okay.
And there's a bar in Dominical. The bar is basically the town of Dominical. It's just, it's a bar and there's some hippies living on the beach.
Yeah.
And that's Dominical.
Yeah.
And they fill up their old like whiskey bottles with a hot sauce they make. So it's this huge fucking bottle you get.
Yeah.
And it's $5 for a bottle.
Okay.
And, like I would go down to Costa Rica once a year and the bottle would last me a year until I went back to get a new bottle the next year.
Right.
It's great. Mike's hotter than Hades hot sauce.
Hotter than Hades hot sauce. Yeah. Okay. All right. Beauty.
You got to go to, you have to go to Dominical to get it though.
Okay.
You can't order it online. Can't find it in the grocery store.
Yeah.
They only sell it in this one tiny little surfing town.
Well, $5 for a year's supply. Like, how would you do the shipping for that? Like, just from an economic perspective, it doesn't make any sense other than if you're going to the place.
Yeah, I think if you get a good deal on a flight, you'd be further ahead to just like go down yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Get a case and put it in your checked baggage.
Yeah, makes sense. What?
You travel much?
Not anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't really a big travel guy anyways, like doing the music thing. I was mostly like the 401 stretch, but you know me, I was doing it full time. So it was any bar that would, if I played outside of the Ottawa Valley, it was only because I felt like it.
Yeah.
You know, like you can find tons of bars that would pay you $250, $300 on a weekend to do 4 hours worth of covers and fucking and collect tip. You know what I mean? Like you can make your living in the Valley very easily. Yeah. If I wanted to go to Kingston or Toronto, it was only because I wanted to do a road trip and wanted to feel like a real musician and to go on tour again. Yeah. But yeah, it was mostly just like in the area.
Well, like you said, I do know you, but some of our listeners may not.
Right.
So we've said your name, Logan Brown, but why don't we give them a little more backstory?
Yeah, so I'm a stand-up comedian. I got into comedy at a really early age. I was 9 when I wanted to fucking do it, but there's no material when you're 9 years old, so I figured I would get into music instead. It was a way for me to still be on stage and do my thing. And I got pretty good at music. I got pretty good at playing the guitar. And then when I figured out that I could, sing as well, it was kind of natural for me to start fronting a band. And then when I figured out that I could make $300 a night fronting a band, I figured I could also make $300 a night doing it by myself. And that became a career for almost 10 years. I did a whole bunch of shit. Like, I was with my fiance. We were a jazz duo for quite some time, toured all up and around Ontario, into Quebec, into Montreal a little bit, opened for some cool people. She sang with Michael Bublé, opened up for Lord, opened up for Howard Jones. If you guys are fucking into the 80s synth pop, that was the shit right there. The Tea Party, Carol Pope, because fucking Canadian legend. Well, I guess Howard's the UK. And then again, was just trucking away on my merry way, doing pub gigs and shit like that. And the apocalypse happened, and I needed to change careers. And I got a job at Canada Post, delivering parcels and mail and everything like that. And for a time, I knew I didn't want to get back into music because I knew it was sucking. Once I couldn't make money at it anymore, which is no musician should feel like this. But once I knew that I couldn't make money at it anymore, I realized that I didn't really want to play wagon wheel. But I also didn't want to write music either. I wasn't feeling like being the sensitive singer-songwriter type. I didn't want to front a band. And I had tried after, during COVID to like put a band together, and ended up just kind of like wasn't really working. I'd also got diagnosed with ADHD at the time and had like several panic attacks surrounding that. You, unfortunately, were privy to one when I was trying to do some marketing for you, and then I ended up shutting down completely as a human for like 2 whole weeks. Thank you for checking in with me, by the way. Fucking nobody else did, so no worries. I appreciate it. But I knew I didn't want to just not do anything. Like I knew there was something more, because in my mind I was like, oh, maybe I'm one of those guys. Maybe I'm one of those guys that I'm just being sucked into what the world is right now, that everybody needs a side hustle. But maybe I should just make $60K a year and go on vacation and then die. You know what I mean? Like that's what's set for me. But I knew maybe 2 weeks into thinking like that wasn't what was in the cards for me. And then 2 months ago, I got on stage for the first time at Bowies. I just went down and I'm like, I'm just going to do the open mic. And I must have sat there drinking Diet Pepsi for a good 3 hours while everybody else went on stage and did some singing. And Pat would come by and he'd be like, "Are you going to get up? Do you want to borrow my guitar?" And I'm like, "No, I'll get up, but I don't want to borrow your guitar." And then finally I was just like, "Do you think I could get up and do some stand up?" And it went well. I mean, listening back to the tape now, it didn't go as well as I thought it went the first time I was up, but it went well enough for me to be like, I'm fucked. I have to do this for the rest of my life now. And we're 2 months later, man, and I'm like, I've been getting up 3 or 5 times a week. I've been doing more good sets than shitty sets. You know what I mean? Like a bomb for me, I've only had to suffer through that twice. Again, I'm still super new, but I mean, the material is coming really easy. I'm getting a lot of compliments from my peers, some that have been doing it only a year longer than me, some that have been in the business and are like paid regulars for yucks. It's fantastic. So
getting out and grinding is the name of that game, right?
Man. Well, you can't practice. It's not like guitar or like playing the drums or anything where I can just sit and, and performing is different. Like when you're practicing, a passage or something like that, when you're playing by yourself, any musician will tell you it's infinitely harder when you get on stage and you're doing it in front of people. But you still have a general idea. Whereas for me, if I'm practicing, if I'm writing, I think it's funny, but I don't know how to eloquently put that energy out there until I get on stage and I'm like, please God, like, Lord, let this bit work, Like, I wrote it about the history of milk, and it can go either way. So, but it's been going well,
So at what point, since, thinking, hey, I think there's something else I want to do, and to getting to your first time on stage, at what point did you start saying, I am a stand-up comedian?
It was after the first time.
After, the next day? Yeah, that's what I am now. I am this.
Because it wasn't and there are tons of comedians, but, I'm not into that. Even back in the music days, I was never into that gatekeepy bullshit. So, am I allowed to swear on this podcast?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
I wasn't into the whole gatekeeping thing. So, for me, calling myself a comedian isn't like I'm a comedian because I was paid over $50 for a gig and I've been doing it X amount of years. When I say I got on stage and I got off stage and I was like, fuck, I'm a comedian, I mean it in that's what God put me on this planet to do. Son of a bitch. I found the purpose. God damn it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Why couldn't I just gone to university and got a fucking accounting degree and made $100K, slowly lost love of my wife over the course of the 50-year marriage and then died. Why couldn't that have been what was in the cards for me? I have to be a fucking artiste. So, but, yeah, I mean, it's been going great. No complaints here. I'm a little tired.
When I took up drums, that's how I felt about drums. It was I bought my first kit on a whim. It was I was a guitar player.
Right.
And I was a singer. And one of my old drummers from my old bands, he got new drums. And he's like, oh, I got this shitty old kit. Do you want it? I've taken half of it apart trying to mess with it. It's junk. I bought it for $50. It was barely playable, but I put it down in my basement and just thought, this is an exercise bike.
Yeah.
But my kind of exercise bike. I'll never use it. In other words, but it's there.
Yeah.
And I can say I use it, and maybe I'll hop on it. Once or twice. But I got it home, and then I didn't leave my house for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
I was locked in my basement playing drums.
Yeah.
So I had a similar moment. I'm a fucking drummer now. I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
But for me, I felt weird then going out and being like, yeah, I'm a drummer.
Yeah.
Because I'd never played with anybody.
Right.
I'd never played a show.
Yeah.
And I didn't actually know how to play the drums yet. I liked trying.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do 2 weeks in. I couldn't really do a whole lot. So it was it took me a while. And then also being in a band guy where those roles are so defined,
right?
Bass player, drummer, guitar player, singer,
right?
I was I'd always been a guitar player, so for me to stop saying yeah I'm a guitar player and be I'm a drummer, it took me a good, I think, about 6 months of being a drummer before I felt comfortable uttering those words.
Right.
I'm a drummer now. Yeah, I'm a drummer.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, like, it just hits you, right? Like, there's nothing you can do about it. It just something cosmic comes along, and I don't know any of your listeners' beliefs out there or whatever. Like, I would consider myself as Christian as somebody who doesn't practice, barely, doesn't know how to do the fucking thing, the cross thing at all. Somebody who swears like a trucker and hasn't been to church since I was 2. But I believe that there was some type of divine thing that came out of the sky and fucking shook me and was like, this is the thing. Like, don't fuck this up,
Yeah.
So, what can you say?
Yeah. So what would you tell people then at this point? I mean, maybe you're still figuring it out to some extent. I think all comedians are probably on a constant evolution.
Right.
But what's your, what kind of comedian are you? What can people expect? What's your kind of jam? What's your kind of humor? What's the deal with airplane peanuts? Or are you screaming in people's faces like Sam Kinison? Or what kind of comic is Logan Brown?
Right.
What's your show entail? What are you? A clean comic, a dirty comic, a fucking angry comic?
It's a little bit of like, when I say a little bit of everything, which is my least favorite thing for any artist to say, I like all music. It's like, do you like yogurt metal? Like, I don't think you do, all right? But when I say a little bit of everything, I'm an inclusive guy, so I don't really alienate people. I have a couple of jokes here. Like, I have jokes about, like octogenarians and stuff like that are like, if you're 90 and you're in the audience, you'd probably be like, hey, he's talking about me. But, like, don't fucking come, man. Like, take care of yourself. Have a smoothie and sit the fuck down. Watch, like, Carson or something. But I tend to not be, like, politically neutral in the sense that everybody can come and laugh. Again, there's a couple of jokes. There's a couple of punching down, if to take Dave Chappelle's famous phrase right now, at like anti-vax communities and shit like that. But at this point, I think that's like less than 10% of the Ontario population, so it's okay. Mm-hmm. But I do swear. I'm not a one-liner comic. I'm just not funny enough to be one-liner. I don't think that way. Mm-hmm. A lot of the way that I write stuff comes from a thought that I think is like ridiculous. Because again, I just make myself laugh. I have a joke actually on stage that I've been trying to work out right now. That's like, I write my jokes by sitting in my apartment with the lights off, and I think until I've thought of something that makes myself laugh. And I laugh all the time. Like, there's nobody funnier than me.
Yeah.
And that means that if I didn't have this microphone in front of my face, 15 years from now, there would be a Netflix documentary out about how I killed and ate people. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's the basis of how I kind of construct and write everything. And it goes well because it's like this absurdist type humor is like just as influenced by stand-up comedy as it is like shows like The Office and Parks and Rec. You know what I mean? Or like Tim and Eric and stuff like that. It's like the concepts are just set up punchline enough that people can follow along as if I'm a regular stand-up comedian, which I am. I'm sure there's millions of other open micers that are like me. Yeah. But it's also different enough that it kind of stands out if you come and see like a 10 comic bill and you're there until 10:30, and then I get on close to last and they're like, oh, this guy's actually different than the other dudes. That's cool. You know what I mean? So I think it's cool.
Cool.
Yeah. It's fun.
So where do you see, like, what's your journey like so far? I don't know. It's super interesting to me, and I've been looking forward to this chat because, like, I outside of music, that's always been my biggest sort of second dream, was doing stand up. Yeah, and I've never taken that plunge. I've never hit a single open mic. I've sort of like had certain. I make similarly. Yeah, I laugh all the time just to myself. Yeah, my wife hates it. Right, she's learned to ignore me. Yeah, at this point. Yeah. I've had more good shows than like bombs. I think I've truthfully, like, as a true bomb, it's only happened one time, and even that time, I had people up until a point. Like, I had them for like, if in an 8-minute set, I had them for the first 3.5 minutes. Yeah. It was in Oshawa. Yeah, fucking Oshawa. I had them for the first 3.5 minutes, and then I started doing a bunch of like. It was a lot of college students in the crowd, and I started doing jokes about like Pete Townsend and Led Zeppelin and stuff like that, and they were like, who the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, there's always like people like that, right? Like that, the way that I think about it is like, and this is like, again, 2 months in, I shouldn't be giving any comedy advice, but the way that I always like phrase it to anybody asking is it's like, I'm not special. So if I can make myself laugh,
The trick is to find a million other people that laugh at the same shit that I do.
Yeah.
And then convince 1,000 of them every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 10 years from now to come out and see me at a show. I don't like Jerry Seinfeld, but he's a billionaire. So like somebody thought, fucking, what's the deal with airplane food? Somebody thought that was genius and gave him a fucking show. So, you know what I mean? So like,
well, it worked at the time. Yeah. I'm a big Seinfeld fan.
Yeah.
I watched the show.
Yeah.
I like his stand-up. And I really, in terms of the way I find myself sort of enamored with the whole craft and the journey of stand-up, I really, really respect Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Because after his show was done, he went back out on the road and started from scratch.
Yeah.
Which is like no comedian who's been... It's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
Unless you're some guy who can just pump it like... I don't know, unless you're like a Dave Chappelle or like a Bill Burr who can just stand up on a stage like and pump out a completely original 1 hour special like once a month.
Right.
Most comedians, like, especially once you get big, from what I hear, there's a certain amount of expectation to people want to hear your classic bits. Right. It's like, I paid $100 for this ticket, like Seinfeld, give me the airplane peanuts bit, or some whatever other bit. Like if I went to see Stephen Wright, I would expect to hear some of the classic one-liners. Yeah, I mean, like it's different for. There are a couple comedians like that. Like Bert Kreischer has to tell the machine joke every show that he does. Yeah. But for most people, it's like you got to work a new hour every time. Like it does take people a while to do it. Because you got to make sure it's funny first before you start charging $40 and $50 tickets at theaters and arenas and shit like that. But most people, they'll go out and they'll like, I have to, because you're not going to laugh at the same, like hearing a joke that you think is funny, like Andrew Dice Clay's nursery rhymes or something like that are repeatable and shit. Hearing a joke that you think is funny is cool, but it's not the same as listening to Sweet Child of Mine, that it'll take you back to your childhood and you'll be like, man, what a fucking song. Like, this is a song. And then you go and see Guns N' Roses and you're like, they better play Sweet Child of Mine. Yeah. If a comedian went up and their first comedy special, like say Dave Chappelle was like, okay, clearly nobody wants to hear that I'm transphobic anymore. Nobody likes those jokes. So I'm just going to do Killing Them Softly, every joke off that special all over again. He'd get booed off the stage because well, it's like, these are funny jokes, but we've heard them all before. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you don't have that. Even if you love Dave Chappelle, you can't like laugh again at something that the mystery's gone. It's all set up, punchline, surprise, and the surprise is gone. Yeah. One of those three key elements of the perfect joke. So I think that breed of comedian and comedy is proliferating at this point. Yeah. I think it's what's rising to the top. I mean, it's like...
It's unfortunate in my opinion.
When I think back in the day, it's like, I think in the 80s was rife with just like set up punchline, set up punchline, set up punchline. Carlin didn't do it. No. Carlin always was one of those guys who could pump out just new shit because his brain was always firing on 10 cylinders. Yeah. Until the day he died.
That's the one thing that I like the most about Seinfeld is that he's always been, and I'm not like militant about it. Again, this is me talking as a comedy fan, not as a comedian. As a comedian, I'm an open micer, I've been doing this for 2 months. But as a comedy fan, the one thing that I like about Seinfeld is he's like, whether you have a point to make as soon as you get on stage and an overarching theme to your special, or you're just doing set up punchline, the job is to make people laugh. Yeah. So if your goal, which is my problem with Chappelle, is to get more claps and woos than laughter, it's a fucking TED Talk. It's you know what I mean? Like Chappelle's last special, in terms of laugh, got about as much laugh factor as like any TED Talk where the guy's funny in it. You know what I mean? And
I haven't seen the last one yet. I know his other ones. I was splitting my sides.
Yeah, but. It's. I mean, in my opinion, again, just as a comedy fan, it's pretty fucking brutal because he goes in there. I mean, he says right off the bat, he's transparent about the whole thing. But he goes in there like, I have a point to make, and then his point is like, I'm not transphobic, but, and then he's transphobic. Yeah. He does an hour and 10 minutes on gay jokes, and it's like, come on, dude. Some of the jokes that he throws in there is like shit I've heard in Oshawa open mics by guys that are just starting out, and it's like, what the fuck are you? If you weren't Dave Chappelle, like you would get booed out of here. Yeah. Like, what are you talking about, man?
So who are your favorite comics then?
Norm Macdonald.
Norm Macdonald.
100%, man.
Yeah,
Everything about, I mean, other than his use of the R word, his very prolific use of the R word.
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald, to me, man, had the best philosophy about jokes. He was a really well-read dude. Seemed like a really sweet and genuine person to like the people that were close to him.
Yeah.
Was one of those like you want to meet your heroes types. It seemed like, and just so fun. He like embodies everything that's so great about comedy because he didn't just tell funny jokes. He told jokes funny.
Yeah.
Like people in anticipation of his next line would be killing themselves laughing because he's fucking, and he could say anything. He'd be, water, bubbly water. What's bubbly about? Is it because it's smiling and fucking, who's smiling about bubbly? You know what I mean? Like he would just like drone on and on about the most ridiculous shit. And you'd be killing yourself because you're like, he's going somewhere, he's not going anywhere. But either way, like I'm so happy that I paid $40 to see this guy right now just ramble.
I thought he was a master at controlling people.
Yeah.
And a lot of that came from times when he would put himself in a position where it seemed like he was losing that control.
Yeah.
But that was all just part of his ruse.
Yeah.
He meant to make you think that.
It's true,
sort of thing.
And I didn't realize that until I was listening to his Mark Maron podcast where he talks about how thought out his act actually was. Because it does seem like they just like fuck, like we have 15 minutes to kill. The one guy didn't show up. Throw Norm on stage. And then he's just like, I got a dog the other day. It was a pit bull. You know what I mean? And it's just like, what the fuck is he talking about? It looks like they just threw him up there and were like, please just kill 15 minutes. But everything was so meticulously thought out. You know, he was great, man. He's one of the, in my 10-year plan, I wanted to go down and tell all of the LA and New York comics that how much they meant to me and how much, like, you know, they got me through some rough times, both as a musician, both my personal life and everything like that. And selfishly, because, you know, a son lost a father and a mother lost a son. But I'm really bummed out that Norm died because I don't get the opportunity to tell him how much that guy got me through some shit. Yeah. So
when he died, my first thought was actually, maybe he's faking.
That's what I thought too.
I was like, he could get away with that.
Oh yeah.
He could do that. And he would maybe do that.
Yeah. No. And
I was like, I think I started to become hopeful he's faking. For like a whole hour, I was like, yeah, he's faking it. I convinced myself. That's how much I didn't want him to be dead.
Well, one of the running jokes on his podcast, Norm Macdonald Live, was he would say like, oh, so-and-so died? I didn't even know they were sick. But they would have died in a plane crash or like like they were hit by a bus or something. Like he'd be like, oh, fucking Prince Philip died? I didn't even know he was, you know what I mean? So when Norm died, everybody was like, we didn't even know he was sick. And I'm like, this motherfucker kept his cancer quiet because he knew it would be hilarious when he finally kicked the bucket. Yeah. Like he was like, man, he probably laughing his ass off on his deathbed. Like, I can't wait for like 4,000 tweets of like, we didn't even know he was sick. You know what I mean? Like what a like even in death was just like funny as fuck, you know, beyond the grave. And he's like this big cosmic joke that he's gifted us with, you know, like
I didn't know he was sick.
It's so good. Yeah.
So what's on the horizon for you then? Aside from more open mics, like what you planning some, you got a YouTube channel? Yeah. Planning some content?
Yeah. I've got a cooking channel, or I've got a YouTube channel that I want to do. One of my good comedy buddies, his name's Danny Meyer, and he's from South Africa, but also from Zurich, Switzerland. That guy has lived, but he took culinary school in Columbus, Ohio, and is like, if it wasn't for COVID, would be like a fucking Michelin star chef. And I thought it would be funny, because I like to cook, and when I say I like to cook, I just mean that I like to cut onions with my very expensive knives, Japanese knives, and make various types of pasta. And he knows how to cook, and I thought it would be funny as hell if we did like cooking competitions together. But now we've got all these whole different ideas of like we want to challenge like the bars, like the chefs at some of the bars that we do the open mics at, see who can make the better, you know, whatever. So we want to film a whole bunch of that. I like to do rants on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. And everything's at Logan Brown Comedy. It's pretty easy to find me. I'm the only just look for picture Lenny Kravitz and then take away everything attractive about him. And then that will be my picture on fucking social media. So you'll be like, that's definitely the guy right there, you know? But yeah, man. And then from there, it's just working my way. This is the problem, is it's like I know macro totally patient. I know it's going to take a long time. I got to work and work, but micro, I know but macro in my head, I'm already in LA. And every time I get on stage, every time I work at a new bit, I'm like, fuck, I can't wait to put that in the hour, 10 years from now when Netflix or HBO, and I know that this is just, but I need to visualize it. You know what I mean? There's probably, if any of my peers are listening to this right now, they've rolled their eyes so hard that they need fucking optic surgery at this point. But I need to visualize stuff like this because I would like to be 60 and have people talk about me the way that I'm talking about Norm Macdonald right now. You know what I mean? And if I'm not thinking like that, then what the fuck, why am I doing this at all? You know what I mean? What the fuck is the point of why am I doing all of these comedy shows and staying up till 1 a.m. to turn around and get up at 6 to go deliver fucking mail in Lanark? You know what I mean? Like there's no, if I'm not going that hard in the paint. So
yeah, I mean, if you don't give yourself enough credit to picture yourself there, then you'll never fucking get there, right?
Yeah, man.
It's just, I mean, I think that goes for everything, really. Is that where you think you'll wind up? LA? Is that where you'll go first?
Yeah.
Once you cross the border?
I want to do this. I want to do the States for sure. Like definitely New York or LA. I haven't decided because I love, I'm a huge Chris DiStefano, Sal Vulcano, Sam Morril, Mark Normand. I love all those guys in New York. Andrew Schultz. I'm a big fan of all those guys in New York. And I find that it's more like Joe DeRosa. That motherfucker's so funny. I find that they're more hard in the paint in New York. It's like comedy here. Comedy in Canada is nothing to I know, especially if you listen to CBC and stuff like that, there's some lame ass, but it's radio edits, right? If you go see these guys live, I'm sure they're funny as fuck.
Yeah.
But here in Canada, people don't just get shows. You know what I mean? It's not like in the States where you move to LA. That's a huge problem with the comedy community in LA is a lot of those guys go down to be funny enough on stage so that they can end up writing for a sitcom that lasts for 3 seasons and then repeat stuff and go on to the next sitcom and the next. Whereas here in Canada, you get Yuck Yucks, you get Absolute, you go out on your own and you tour across all these places where just people just like to they love to laugh, and that's it as a comedian. And you don't get paid here. It's hard. In the States, I would be making $50 a night as an open micer. You can be a paid open micer in the States, and that's a valid occupation as a comedian, as an entry-level comedian. Here in Canada, I know headliners that don't get paid every time they go on stage. You know what I mean? I know guys that are yucks dudes that I've done spots with that they're not getting paid for some of the shows that I've done with them. You know what I mean? And it's so the people the comedians that are doing it they're fucking doing it. You know what I mean? So if you see a guy with salt and pepper. If you go to a comedy show in some bar where there's no stage and it's just one speaker and a microphone and there's a guy on stage with salt and pepper hair and he's screaming into the microphone about the fucking CFL, buy that guy a fucking beer, okay? Because he loves comedy.
Yeah.
All right? He's in it, all right? He's not doing this so that he can get some fucking CBC show or CTV show in Toronto a year from now. This is what he wants. He wants to be yelling at you about the fucking the L train in Ottawa. You know, this is what he's aspiring to have. So,
you ever been to New York or LA?
No. That's the dream. And I don't want to move there. I just want to
go there.
Yeah, I just want to go there for a month and fucking hang around and do. Yeah, I want to get up on I have my 5. I want to do Gotham. I want to do the Laugh Factory. I want to do the Comedy Store. I want to do the Ice House, and I want to do the Improv. Mm-hmm. Those are my big 5, and then everything after that is icing on the cake. Yeah. So
I think I would probably go to New York first.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, there's so many all packed so tightly together.
Right.
You just run from show to show.
Yeah.
Go to LA, you got to get a car.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I
need a car in LA.
You run up and down Hollywood.
Public transit is not happening in LA. You can't get anywhere like that.
Yeah.
You got to get a car.
I feel like LA's got that. Toronto has this vibe a little bit, but obviously LA has it way more because it's Hollywood. Mm-hmm. But LA has that soul sucking. Everybody's there. There's not a lot of Californians in LA. Yeah. It's mostly people that are I'm going to be a star. And then they end up in Starbucks for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Because I've been to LA a bunch of times. I used to play in a band in California, and my bass player lived in LA, and so we played in Hollywood, and I would go down there to visit friends and stuff sometimes. I was there on a trip there once just with my dad and my brother.
Yeah.
And we were in LA for a solid week, and by halfway through my stay there, it started to infect me.
Yeah, you feel icky almost, right?
Well, it was like I noticed it. It was what I noticed was when I first got there. It's like it's La La Land. You're looking for stars,
right?
Like you're like in this sort of fan mode, starstruck mode. Was that?
Yeah.
But then it just moves to like you realize what happens is you realize that the people you're pointing at are like, no, that's nobody I know at all.
Yeah.
They just seem to be carrying themselves in a way where
right
they look important and perhaps famous.
Yeah.
But they're not.
Yeah.
They're just carrying themselves because that's how they want to be perceived.
Right.
And then like a couple days after that, I noticed that I was like wearing my sunglasses more and like trying to act a little more incognito. It was like I wanted people to think I was
right
some big deal. Who the fuck is that guy? Who I wanted to look important because it's just like the vibe there. Everybody is striving for it.
Right.
So hard.
Yeah.
That like everybody's looking over their shoulders all the time to see who's looking at them, who's checking them out, and they're putting on a show all the time. It never friggin' stops.
See, it's only because I've only ever lived in small towns, but that's how I feel about Toronto. Whenever I visit Toronto for like longer than a week, I'm like looking around and I'm like, these motherfuckers, they think they're the fucking president. They're walking around like they're the fucking president of Warner Music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Toronto has a similar vibe in terms of the self-importance.
Yeah.
But in Toronto, I feel like it's not people trying to convince others that they're important. It's people who have already very heavily convinced themselves that they are important. Get out of my way.
Yeah.
I'm a mover and a shaker. I have things to do and places to be, and I'm more important than you, so get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah.
That's what I get from Toronto.
Right.
Like I'm at a stop sign and I get honked at for stopping at a stop sign.
Right.
Or I'm at a red light and the second it turns green, the person behind me is leaning on the horn. Like,
right.
Get out of my way. I got places to be.
Yeah. I do love Toronto. I do. I want to clarify. I'm not just like shitting on one of the largest cities in Canada.
Oh, I hate Toronto.
I
hate Toronto.
I love Toronto because there's always something to do. Pre-COVID and post-COVID. During COVID, there's probably not much, but there's always some shit to do. There's definitely like as an artist, if you're there for like an extended period of time, you definitely start to get the fucking. And you have like people coming up because you'll end up at industry parties, but if you're like not well known, you'll maybe like shake the hand of somebody that's actually important, and then the rest of the time you'll like bump into people that are like, yeah, I've been an extra on DC's Titans like 15 times, and you're like, oh, sick, man, like who's your agent? And you're like, yeah, I'm going solo right now. You're like, oh, okay, dude, all right, I'm gonna fucking go hang out by the Punch Bowl. Like, you know,
my brother lived in LA for like he went down for 3 pilot seasons in a row.
Oh, what man.
He's an actor.
Is he okay? Is he doing all right?
He's doing okay.
That
he
would
lives
suck
in New, he lives in New York now.
Oh, okay, sweet.
I think he much prefers New York to LA.
That would suck the life out of me.
Yeah, he was like, I think he summed it up well one time by saying, you know, like anybody who ever thinks that they are a unique snowflake has never been an actor reading for a specific part.
Right.
Because I'm sitting in a room right now with 20 of me.
Right. Yeah.
They're all me.
Yeah.
They're all as good as me.
Yeah. That's the thing about the internet, man.
We're all the same.
Yeah.
There's 20 me's right now.
Yeah.
I'm not unique.
Yeah. No, man, like that's the thing about the internet in general. It's like when I first learned how to like play fast, because I was a shredder.
Yeah.
When I was learning death metal and everything and like sweep picking and all of I was getting my ducks in a row as like a fast guitar player.
Yeah.
I thought I was king shit of Turd Island in the small town that I'm from, outside of Kingston. And then as soon as I log on and I see the first like 7-year-old whose parents gifted them a fucking Les Paul as they came out the womb, and this kid is playing circles around me, you're like, what the fuck? Like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I remember I used to compare people's like age and their career trajectory to like which you cannot do. You'll die.
Yeah.
You can't do stuff like that. But yeah, man.
You can in sports.
For sure. Yeah. No, absolutely. I definitely like look at people like fucking Kawhi Leonard, and I'm like, man, that motherfucker's 25. Like, damn. I mean, he's got inches on me for sure. Probably in more ways than one because he's fully black and I'm only half. But like, yeah. Comedy though. Fucking that's why you got to do comedy.
Yeah. I don't think people get judged too hard.
Yeah.
On age in the comedy world.
No. In fact, you probably get judged harder if you're younger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, nowadays, like people are getting into it younger because there's with the internet, I at 25 can listen to all of Rodney Dangerfield's fucking Carson appearances and specials.
Yeah.
You know, but Rodney himself like didn't get his first break until he was like 58.
Yeah.
So, you know, but fuck, gotta have a little bit of life, I guess, in order to, or not. I mean, just write funny jokes. Like, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? As long as it's funny, just get on stage and just don't talk about shit. Don't waste the audience's time. That's the best lesson. Comedy lesson.
Yeah.
Best lesson I got was from a buddy of mine named Al Babcock, who is my comedy poppy. Like, this guy he's the dude that I aspire to be 4 years from now, which is where he's at in comedy. And he told me, do your act, just don't waste the audience's time. Don't get up there, don't run the light. You know, when I light you got another 45 seconds left of your set, don't run the light. Yeah. Don't get up there and go, what are we going to talk about today? Unless that's part of your act.
Yeah.
But like, just don't waste it. They paid money, especially at his shows. Like, they paid money to sit down and laugh, like, for a little bit, you know? Like, if you're going to a music show, sometimes people cry. Sometimes people are just amazed at how good of a musician you are. But comedy, it's all the same purpose. They just want to fucking laugh. So just deliver the laugh. You know what I mean? Like, that's all you got to do. It's not hard. You don't need to think too much about it. Nobody needs to walk away with their political opinions changed. They just need to set up punchline, joke, laugh, or carry me on a story, but make sure that there's laughter in between this. You know what I mean? That's our job. That's, you know, it's not hard. It's just hard work.
Yeah. You have to deal with any hecklers yet?
Yeah. I have a joke about how, as a light-skinned black man, I have to fight for my right to say the N-word, and a guy actually outwoke me and was like, you can't say the N-word. And I was like, dude, I'm black. And he's like, no, you're not. And I was like, I don't know how to, I honestly didn't know how to come back from that. Cause I'm like, what am I going to do on stage? Like, be like, fuck yeah, I can say the N-word. You know what I mean? Like, how do I like come back from that? It was very jarring. And that's for me, that's the worst thing in the world. Cause when people, again, as a light-skinned black man, I get told all the time that I'm barely black. I look Mexican. I look like dirty snow. And it makes me love the N-word, because at least if you call me the N-word, you're not denying every time that I've been called the N-word. You know what I mean? Like, if you say that I'm not black, then every time I've been called the N-word in high school by like a bully or some shit, it's almost like you're erasing that.
Yeah.
But if you call me the N-word, then you're just adding to that. I know how to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
That's just ignorant. You know what I mean? Everything else is like, it's like you're taking away my history. It's like, fucking, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely some fucked up shit.
I read this article about a school. They decided to issue a zero tolerance policy on the N-word.
Right.
And there was this kid who was getting in trouble, and this school had security guards. Can't remember where it was, but someplace where the schools need security guards. The United States, let's call it. And he was physically removing this student from the premises,
right?
Who was like fighting back and using strong language and calling this security guard an N-word, repeatedly,
right?
And then he said he at a certain point he got a little fed up and yelled back at him like, "Stop calling me N."
Yeah, and
he got fired.
Oh wow,
for using the N-word.
Yeah. I mean,
because he said, "Stop calling me." That.
Yeah.
But you got fired.
Yeah. I mean, like,
and he was black too.
Oh, the guy was, wait.
I think they might have both been black.
So the security guard was black.
The security guard was definitely black.
Oh, wow. That's fucked up. Yeah.
And he got fired.
Yeah.
For telling a person who was calling him an N-word to stop calling him an N-word.
See, that policy there sounds like, and we're like, we see a lot of it, we being minorities and we also being comedians, sounds like white people trying to like overcorrect the situation.
Yeah.
You know what it sounds like, which to me, truthfully, I find that there's, other than keeping me from getting a job, but my name is Logan Brown, which couldn't be more fucking European Irish.
Yeah.
But there could be no greater example of white privilege than telling me what I should and shouldn't be offended by. You know what I mean? Like if we're hanging around having beers and you've got a funny black joke and you don't even use the N-word, but you got like a funny black joke and the punchline is like, 'cause he had a big dick or something like that, and I laugh, that's your pass with me, man. Like fucking I'm not going to laugh and then like, you wouldn't believe what Matt said on Twitter. You know what I mean? There's too many people trying to like overcorrect for shit. You know, it just drives me nuts, man. Like stuff like that. It just drives me crazy.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in just following the like funny versus mean rule.
Yeah, absolutely.
As long as it's funnier than it is mean, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Like if it's funny, but it's meaner than it is funny, I'm not too into it.
Yeah.
Because then that's the point.
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
to be mean.
Yeah.
But as long as it's at least a little bit funnier than it is mean, I'm okay with that, because that means that was the point. Yeah, the point was to make people laugh and to be funny, not to be mean. Well, but sometimes that comes along with it a little bit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, I mean that like we get into the stereotype topic, right? Like it's like what's a good like black guys have big dicks. Like there's a huge a funny ass joke in movie 42 where the one guy he's a basketball coach and he's talking to a bunch of other black basketball players. Yeah. And they're playing against a white basketball team. And they're like, we don't know if they're a pretty good team, coach. We don't know if we're going to be able to beat them. And he's like, what the fuck? You got a 1.5-inch dick. Dribble with that, motherfucker. You're going to be able to beat these guys, no problem. You know, and stuff like that. I find that's hilarious because I don't find that mean-spirited. Yeah. Now, I'm sure, myself included, I'm sure there's some less than well-endowed black guys out there that, you know, nature just rolled the dice and we ended up with snake eyes. All good. That's just the way shit happens. Thank God I'm funny. But then on the flip side of that, you have like stereotypes and jokes that are like, oh man, black people stealing all the time. There goes a black man with my TV. And then somebody gets a knee on their neck and dies. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's the same thing. And not to keep going back to Chappelle, because I love to rip on the guy right now. I'm punching down. But again, an hour and 10 minutes based around like trans jokes and everything like that. And on one hand, you can be like, oh, they're just jokes. But then on the other hand, it's like everything that he's like, he was in an echo chamber of Chappelle fans. Yeah. Aside from those two people in the front row, it was an echo chamber of Chappelle fans that are all like, yeah, man, trans people are fucking weird. And it's like, maybe his jokes aren't dangerous. You know, the intent of the special might not be dangerous. But if there's even like a small percentile of the audience that leave that fucking show seething and then now have that perspective about trans people because Chappelle got up there and was talking about how they're all racist, it's like, dude, you don't realize what you've done. You can't. Rogan does the same thing where he's like, I'm not responsible. I'm just a comedian. It's like, no, like you have a fucking millions, hundreds of millions of people watch your shit and listen to you and like think that you're really smart and think that your perspective is the right perspective. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, they're radicalized now because of how much vim and vigor that you have with what you say. Like you can't just like, oh, it's just a joke. It's not. Yes, you're right, but also, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I think it's all about balance,
right?
All about balance. It's because I mean, there's the ability to perhaps say the more offensive joke. Yeah. And it's not. It doesn't have to be just joking. You say what I want. It's just joking. It's like, there can be more meat on it than that. You can be like, now, I told that joke because it was funny. Yeah. But let's walk around that for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, there's opportunities for that, for sure.
And there's always another joke. That's the thing. Yeah. You know, like, again, if I have at least 30 minutes right now, maybe 23 minutes that I know have worked. Yeah. You know what I mean? And not a single one of those jokes is like offensive. There's 7-8 billion people on the planet. Somebody will be offended by at least one of those jokes. But there's not a single one of those jokes is like offensive or unwoke. And I don't feel like I sacrifice anything creatively. You know what I mean? I don't feel like by not saying the R word or the F word or like making transphobic jokes that I'm like, oh, I can't say anything anymore as a comedian. Like, I say fuck a lot in my set. I talk about cum quite a bit in my set. You know what I mean? Like, it's quite vulgar.
Yeah.
It's like, if I can do that as an open micer, the GOAT can't have another joke other than in an hour and 10 minutes in his special. The guy who's considered the greatest comedian of all time can't talk about something else once. You know what I mean? Like, fuck out of here, man. Get out of here. Take your $20 million Netflix special and get the fuck out of here. What do I know? I'm just an open micer.
Yeah. So Smiths Falls.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we've got... I love this town. I love this town so much, man.
Yeah.
But we've got a show coming up November 7th at Bowies.
Yeah.
It's my first time hosting, so I'm going to be the guy that gets up. I'm the first guy up. I'm going to do 15 minutes off the top, just like, hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Then I've got 3 comics coming down from Ottawa. Got Andrew Wambolt, Dylan Parker, and David Haddad. 3 very funny guys, 3 completely different guys.
Yeah.
So they're very, very... And then I've got Al coming up from Kingston, who's going to headline the show. If it goes well, hopefully Patty will let me host more shows in the future. And I've got tons of comedians in my head right now that I want to ask to come and do the show.
Right on.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's tickets right now are on sale. You can go to Eventbrite. If you go to the Smiths Falls section in Eventbrite, you'll be able to find the thing. I'm sure it's like one of 7 things going on in the middle of a pandemic happening in Smiths Falls. To reserve the tickets on Eventbrite, it's totally free. I will get an email, and then if you did it properly, I won't need to send you an email back. But if you didn't, then I'll have to send you an email to clarify how many people are going to be coming.
Okay.
But it's $100 per table, which seats about 8 people. So if you break that down, it's like $12.50 a ticket or something like that.
Yep. With
individual tickets, they're available as well, because there's a couple of tables. I don't know if anybody here has been to Bowies, but there's a couple of tables that are like 2, 4. So
yeah.
But it's going to be great. They're. I'm not going to say they're definitely not family friendly. Again, I talk about cum quite a bit in the show. Yeah. They start at 8:00. It's 5 people getting up and doing, at tops, it's going to be an hour and a half worth of comedy. So you can be home before 10 o'clock.
So you're doing about like 20, 25 minute sets each then?
I'm doing 15 off the top, and then everybody else is doing 8 to 10. And then Al's going to close the night off with a 25-minute set, 25 minute set. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's nice. It's a get in, get out. Like I just need to laugh for an hour and a half. You know, let's get somebody to babysit the kids for a little bit. We'll go in and then we'll come back, and it'll be a good time. Have a couple beers. We'll hang out, and these guys are going to be funny. Awesome. Andrew's great with crowd work, so he'll pick on you in a good way. Nothing mean spirited, but he will pick on you.
Yep.
Everybody's got their own flavor, and I'm really excited for it.
Comedy night at Bowies.
Comedy night at Bowies. That's the shit, man.
Nice.
And if you want to come out to any other one, if you guys feel like if you like the shit and you want to check out other shows, I'm in Ottawa all the time. You can go to loganbrowncomedy.com. Which again, my peers are rolling their eyes right now for somebody that's 2 months in to have their own website. But I got disposable income, baby. Government job. Yeah. That's what you do with that money when you don't know when you can't play video games because the PS4 is broken. You just fucking buy websites.
Yeah.
So
I own way too many websites. Every time I have a good idea,
you get paranoid with it too.
I'm like, I gotta register the .com.
Dude, I own blackofalltrades.ca just in case.
Yeah.
Like fucking just in case. Like I don't even know.
Yeah. I'm up to about 30 websites that I own.
My God.
Now, most of them not used.
Some of them like myspace.orgs and shit like that. Like
I don't think I own a single .org. Actually, tell you what, I'll take a look. I'm gonna take a look right now at the websites that I own. I buy them all through GoDaddy.
Oh, smart! Yeah,
because they're the cheapest.
Yeah.
And
I always do it through Wix, but just because I don't know how to do the thing, so I find Wix is the easiest for me as somebody who doesn't know how to. I can barely work my cell phone.
Mm-hmm. Can I get in here? Oh, good. My products. How out of hand is this? I haven't even checked in a while how many friggin' domains I own. Domains. They don't fit. 28. I was close.
28 domains. My God. That's so funny. Now, do they... Oh, no, because you said they're not in use. It'd be funny if you owned, like, Pornhub, but with, like, 2 U's in case somebody, like, with one hand on the dick is, like, typo and then they get sent to, like, your fucking music page or some shit.
I have... Dude. What do I got? Oh, I got my old metal band... I've got, I thought I was going to start a guitar meme
site
at one point. I thought that would be a really good idea.
That is a good idea because you know what? I've been following Cover Band Central on Facebook for at least 3 years. Musicians aren't fucking funny. If I have to see one more time, the hole in the acoustic guitar is to feed the bass player meats and cheeses. I'm gonna shoot up Guitar Center. Yeah. Like that's the musicians are not funny, man. So please start a website.
And then I thought I was gonna start selling guitar pedals. I thought I was gonna. That's the perfect thing to sell e-commerce.
Right. Yeah.
And then that didn't fly.
You might have ADHD too.
Pedalshop.ca.
You should talk to my doctor. He might get you on that good shit the way you got me on it.
I definitely don't have ADD. Oh. I definitely don't.
Yeah.
I do. I am like, I have some tendencies sometimes. I'm actually a little more autistic spectrum myself.
Oh, yeah. Neurodivergent. Yeah, my partner.
I like how you stopped saying nice there. It's like, maybe that's not nice.
No, it totally is. No, my partner, we think is on the spectrum. And like, I mean, both, they work in, that was the thing with ADHD. That's why it's $2,000 to get your brain scanned. Because they like, if you want to find out what medication you should be on if you have ADHD. I got diagnosed with it because I didn't want medication. I was like, I want to know that I have it so that I'm not going to bed every night thinking that I'm like fucked up. Yeah. And the doctor's like, no, you check all the boxes. The only reason that we would do this scan is to make sure that you aren't on the spectrum because they overlap.
Right. Yeah.
So, because we both like I especially, I bug the shit out of the people that I work with, but I'm always like tapping and singing because it like helps me focus if I'm understimulated and shit like that. So, because with ADHD, you like can't regulate your attention. So it's not that like, this is a joke in my act, but it's a disease that's made popular by the dog from Up. But in reality, you aren't always like squirrel. It's more like I'm so focused in this right now that like a bomb could literally go off and I'd be like, do you say something? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's so when I get in on something.
Yeah.
I mean, like I was 2 weeks I worked for you and they were the best, like the first 2 weeks that I worked for you, you're like, this guy's plugging out content. And then immediately I hit the nosedive after the hyperfixation. Yeah. And you were like, did he die? I should send this guy a text. Like, is he fucking dead? Like, you know, like, so, yeah.
Well, there is that overlap. I'm familiar with that overlap because I go through a lot of the same stuff. It's just like, oh, I'm excited about an idea. And I'm just full bore on it for a while. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to do something else now.
Yeah. That's the worst, man. A couple of times, not to get super serious, but a couple of times it was specifically after that where I thought about taking my own life because I was like, what am I, like, I'm literally every person that I've worked with, I'm like burning bridges. Like, what is the point of any of it? And I'm a miserable partner to be around. And I was like, what if I just wasn't here? I feel like everything would be. Thank God for my partner, and thank God for comedy. Because like honestly, man, like I would have taken a bottle of Tylenol a couple of months back. So
it was my partner who offered me my insight. I had never even considered.
Yeah.
I had actually never heard the word Asperger's before.
Really?
I'd never heard it.
Yeah.
She's like, oh yeah, you totally have Asperger's. I'm like, what the fuck is that? and then I read the Wikipedia article on Asperger's and I was just laughing.
Yeah.
The whole way through. I'm like, that's totally me.
Yeah.
That's totally we'll run on and talk about topics and not realize that people aren't interested in hearing about it.
Right.
Me.
Yeah.
Totally me.
Yeah.
I later did there's a test for whether you're on the spectrum or not. And it's like 50 questions you answer and you get a score.
Right.
And it sounds like something out of like Teen Magazine or something, but it's actually like a legit and well-respected filter. Aside from being diagnosed by an actual professional. And it's like normies, they score on average between like 12 and 15.
Yeah.
On the out of 50 test. And like people who are like engineers and stuff tend to score around like 18 or 19.
Yeah.
And the UK Math Olympics team had an average score of 23.
Right.
Anything above 25 is like, yes.
Yeah.
Like hardcore, yes.
Yeah.
And I scored like a 38.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like
that's fucking.
So, just right off on the charts.
Some of the Anthony Hopkins has got it. Dan Aykroyd's got it.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's tons of It honestly, a lot of artists.
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense.
When it comes to Asperger's, they actually say, or at least they used to say, that an adult can't be properly diagnosed.
Yeah,
because they have learned to mask so well and adapted so well that they can't. The diagnosers can't really get their hooks into them anymore.
Right.
But when I was a kid, like Asperger's only first existed as a diagnosis as of 1983.
Right.
I was born in 1980. So when the symptoms show up most predominantly during your preteen years, like, all I knew is that on the first day of school of every single school year, I would get a call home from the teachers to my parents, concerned that I wasn't smiling enough.
Oh, right.
I was like, the story, he never smiles. Something's wrong with him. He's not smiling.
Right.
And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck is wrong with all these people just smiling all the time?
Yeah.
Like, what do they have to be that happy about?
Yeah.
They look crazy.
Yeah.
Why would you just walk around smiling all the time?
Right.
I mean, if you were like holding a golden Buddha or like walked by a pile of free chips,
right,
I'd be like, there's some reasons to smile.
Yeah.
You know, you've got reasons to smile.
Yeah.
But if you're just walking around town, just walking day in, day out of your life, and you're just smiling the whole time, like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Don't you just want to like fucking eat those people?
I used to get really mad. I'm a lot more forgiving about them now. I still don't understand them, but I try to think on the positive and think, well, you're bringing your smile into the world.
Yeah.
That can't be that bad.
Yeah.
And my wife actually she wrote a blog the other day, which includes this factoid, which is true.
Yeah.
And but like the whole like, you know how people get like, especially recently, I think in the last decade, it's been sort of people take offense to the whole like you should smile more.
Right.
Kind of thing. And I mean, it's funny. Like you hear that more with the whole like sort of feminist and catcalling kind of creepy dude, like smile, you're prettier when you smile kind of thing.
Right.
And for years, I've always thought like, well, you don't just own that, because I've been told to smile my whole life, and frankly, especially by women.
Yeah.
Like my female teachers were the ones like, you need to smile more. Why are you never smiling? Something's wrong with this kid who isn't smiling.
Yeah.
In any case, it's been proven that smiling makes you happier.
Right, like a fake it till you make it type thing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Like it really, it's and that's the case with just so many things with our bodies. They're like reverse reciprocal for like, oh, you're happy, so you smile. You can smile and be happy. You know, you're confident, so you walk tall and your chest puffs out. If you're not feeling confident, but you do that, you will start feeling confident. It's
right. Yeah.
They're like two ends of a teeter-totter, right?
Yeah.
Like you push one, it doesn't really matter which side you push from, the effect is going to happen on the other side. So you can smile and make yourself happy.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that. I mean, just speaking anecdotally, like I'm sure most of it I can attribute to feeling like I found my purpose as a human being. But like, since my entire goal after getting up and doing stand-up has been to write more material, and the only way I can write more material is by writing and thinking about stuff that makes me laugh. Yeah, I've definitely been a nicer person to be around. I definitely feel happier. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like I've got the world on a string a little bit, like Frankie Sinatra. So yeah, no, I would agree with that for sure. It definitely, it works for me. So give it a try.
The more you do something, the better you get at it, right? Yeah. It's like practicing.
Try that shit before you go to Prozac, because that, like, you won't be able to eat grapefruits or have fucking echinacea again for the rest of your life. So definitely try grinning first.
Yeah, see, I like grapefruit. I like grapefruit.
Yeah.
So. And there's no, there are no medications for what I got.
No. I can take Adderall, but like, Trump was on Adderall, so like I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to be walking into places like I found out that he had a lot of guitars. Wow, he had a lot of guitars. You know what I mean? Like I'm okay.
That's
like,
an all right impression.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Is that an area for you that you're going to delve into? Is impressions?
Racist? No. I'm okay without the impressions. Yeah. I was thinking about it for a little bit, but. No, I don't know. Especially like a Trump impression. Like I feel like everybody's got a good Trump impression. I feel like there are impressions that everybody's got. Like anybody can do an Arnold impression. You just have to go like, you know what I mean? And Trump again. Shane Gillis broke it down the best. Is all you do is like you state the thing and then you state that you just stated the thing like that. Like you walk in and you go, I walked in and he had a lot of guitars. I said, wow, he's got a lot of guitars. Like that's Donald always does that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So.
Well, that's the trick with impressions is being able to get those kind of nuances built into it, not just the simple voice.
Are you a Robin Williams fan by chance?
I'm a Robin Williams fan.
Okay. Yeah. You got to check out that guy. His name's Jamie. You'll find
I saw it.
Okay.
Costa?
Dude.
Yeah, I saw it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's good. It's good, man. It's really, really good.
I can't, and he's like, he's not a nobody. I mean, he's got like a million subscribers or whatever on YouTube, but like in the grand scheme of like Hollywood, he's a fucking nobody.
Yeah.
He's done nothing. He's done additional voice. That is his credits in like Grand Theft Auto. So he was probably the guy that you like beat up and was like, no, like that's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than that, all of his acting credits are like fucking fan movies and shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
People and they're
pretty
just
good impression for sure.
And they're just handing guys like that exist and can act like that in the span of 5 minutes, and they are sucking. Hollywood is sucking off the rock like it's nobody's business. You've got to be kidding me! Like, quit giving him roles. Give this guy the fucking Robin Williams biopic and leave Dwayne alone. Yeah. Let him fuck with his Terramana or whatever. You know, like he doesn't need any more movies. God damn it!
Yeah,
just because he's bald and on testosterone.
Well, he's rapping now.
Get the fuck. This podcast is over. Thank you guys for listening. Get the
Did you hear his rap?
No.
He does a guest spot on the new Tech Nine single.
Oh, I like Tech Nine though. Fuck. Why would he do that? God damn it. I bet it's good too, because he's ultra mega okay at everything he does. So pretty like good. Yeah, fuck. Yeah. God damn it.
Yeah.
Can't be worse than Vin Diesel singing.
I mean, it's not amazing.
Yeah.
It's not amazing. And the public consensus I've heard is that he didn't write it.
Oh, for sure.
That Tech Nine wrote the verse and he just rapped it.
Yeah.
It's also, people are going around being like, oh, he just dropped his first rap single, when he didn't. It's a really short verse.
Yeah.
Like he's at the end. It's 13 seconds long.
Yeah.
He does a good job of closing it. But it's also not his first rap, because he did at least a couple of those like WWE music videos.
Right.
Those things.
Right. Yeah.
He did some rapping in there.
Yeah. And I mean, he knows how to fucking like I just shat on the guy, but I mean, he is an actor. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure he
shitting
knows
on him out of jealousy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I wish half black jealousy.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. How come he's 6'2" and fucking ripped? Why does he got that I don't got? Huh? But yeah, no, man. Like he is an actor. I'm sure he knows how to do the thing. You know what I mean? Like,
well, he sang great in Moana.
Yeah, he did sing pretty decent
and fast. That was like basically rapping.
Yeah.
That was rapping, but also worrying about pitch, which rappers don't have to do.
Yeah, it's true.
You just got to rhyme.
It's true.
That's my biggest problem with the N-word.
Yeah.
Is the N-word in rap, I think, is really lazy.
Yeah.
I don't mind when like guys are saying it in their stand-up or in their banter.
Yeah.
You use it. When it's your power to use it, don't use it. I don't really give a shit one way or the other.
Yeah.
But in hip-hop, I don't like it because it's just like a filler.
Yeah.
It's like you needed 2 syllables, so you said that.
I never thought about it from a musical standpoint like that. There's guys that I like that use it, like what's the name of his? I can't think of it. Anderson .Paak did a feature on one of his tunes called I'm completely blanking. I can't think of the single song. I can't think of, but like Anderson .Paak is one of them that they use it, but it's like they do it okay. Like Lil Wayne, last 3-4 albums, Lil Wayne using the N-word, it definitely was just like, thank God that this word rhymes. Thank God the N-word rhymes with the N-word, or I wouldn't have any song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and that's the kind of thing that I'm just not down with. It's not like it's oh, he said it like that he broke my ideological rule.
Yeah.
I can't like him anymore.
Yeah.
It's like
Corday. That was Corday uses it really well in songs like Winter and fucking Winter. We'll use that one.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
For me, it'd be like, especially if you're going to rhyme with it,
right?
Like use it maybe once in a song,
right?
So that I know you're not just littering the song with it to fill in like cadences. You couldn't, because it's one of those words that you can just put anywhere.
Yeah.
It's just filler in rap for me. So I'm not a big fan of it in hip hop.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that. I mean, it was really prevalent, but I mean, it was different because it was like not that hip hop isn't considered like more black music, but now they had shit to prove when like NWA was around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, whereas nowadays, like hip hop is kind of like one of the top, like there's guys that you've never heard of that are fucking with Gucci and gold chains and are making bank. And you're like, who the fuck are these people? You know what I mean? But when NWA was the thing and fucking like Wu-Tang, like they were using it a lot because they had some shit to prove. And also like they were backing it up as well. Like they were saying words like that because like when they said fuck the police, it's because like they meant fuck the police. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it wasn't just a clout thing. Like there was some pistols were in hand in certain situations. But
I'm okay with its use in general. Not that I'm anybody to say whether it's okay or not okay.
Look, let me use it, guys. Like,
but it's like I know some people, both white and black, are like, I don't think anybody should use it.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody should use it. Nobody, no one. We should really just stop. I don't know. I kind of like that, you know, black people get to do that. And there's something that they get to do.
Yeah.
And they get to look at white people and say, but you're not allowed to.
Yeah.
We can, you can't.
Yeah.
And there's power in that to me.
Right.
I think there's power in that because it's this time that people get to say, sit down. We get to do whatever the fuck we want in regards to this.
Yeah.
And you don't. Boo-hoo.
Yeah.
Boo-hoo.
I actually have a bit about that in my act. If you want to hear it, November 7th, come on out. 8 o'clock, Bowies. Comedy night at Bowies. But it's pretty fun. I stand by the bit. I think it's funny as fuck.
So you hear about
I'm in the same boat with you. So
yeah.
If I get called it throughout high school, I'm gonna fucking say it. You know what I mean? And I don't even say it. Like I never say the word. Like it'll come out of my mouth like when I'm around white friends.
Yeah.
Because I just don't want to I don't want to explain. I don't want to hold up my fucking DNA test from ancestry.ca to like blacker people than me and be like, I can say it. Look, this is my third cousin. She looks like Rihanna. You know what I mean? But I if I'm gonna get called it in high school, like I'm going to take the word back. Like what's his face from fucking Clerks 2, like Porch Monkey. We're taking it back. Okay, we're taking the word back. Yeah. Thank you very much. So
I don't think I have anything to take back. I don't feel like anything was really taken from me. I guess that's a good position to be in.
Yeah. Can't complain.
So what made you move to Smiths Falls?
Taylor opened her store. Yeah, she opened her store, and we were living in McDonald's Corners, and it was a 45-minute drive, and she has a smart car, which works really well up until around like the middle of November, beginning of December.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, she's all over the fucking road, and she just got her G2 that year so that she could open the store.
Yeah.
So she's so fucking driven, man. But no pun intended, I guess, with relation to the subject matter. But so...
Well, if we're talking about her story, you might as well plug it better.
Yeah, no, it's she's right in Davidson Courtyard, Tebu Boutique. Yeah, man, she's great, man. She was a jazz singer. We were touring together for the longest time, but just again, you know, she had definitely. Mine was more of like I was searching my soul and always felt like I was like trapped. Yeah. I was a comedian trapped in a musician's body, especially doing jazz. Like I loved our music, but it was so soul sucking because it's like no laughter whatsoever. Like we had banter on stage as like a couple, and like a lady came up to us one time and was like, it's uncomfortable when you guys like bicker on stage because we don't know if you're joking or not. And it's like, you think that we are that unstable as a couple that we would fucking fight in the middle of a concert? So we had to stop doing jokes to make people, because we didn't want to make people uncomfortable anymore. And it was like, man, talk about like all laughs die as soon as you touch the stage. But for her, she just was dealt such a shitty hand musically. Like so many Like she went the I want to be famous. Well, she didn't want to be famous, but she went the industry like type of industry route, not the independent route, and like was just chewed up and spit out by every manager under the sun. That just like, you should try country music. You should do this. Like you should, creepy shit. Like you're 15, you should try showing a little bit more cleavage. Maybe that, and it's like, that's fucking like, I wish Me Too was around a couple years earlier so we could put some of these fucking guys in their place. But anyways, so she, COVID happened right around the same time she wanted to make a career change. And, she's a great artist. She always did all of our artwork anyways. So she got into graphic design and got into something that she's really passionate about, which is a lot of like adorable, cute, kind of like kawaii animals and shit. Built a whole catalog online and was successful enough that she wanted to try the brick and mortar thing. Like the driven individual that she was, she figured she would start it in the middle of COVID when rent is really cheap for small businesses. And that's what she did. So she found a place in Davidson Courtyard, loves her landlords, loves the people that the other businesses around there. Shout out to a beautiful full figure boutique. Shout out to Don's Closet and Pearl's Jam and Harvest Social and everybody. They've all been great. And it's nice to like not worry about her because she's got such a great support group. But Tebu Boutique, tebuboutique.ca or .com. Try either one. And if you want to get some shit, because it's especially coming up to Christmas time. You go and pick up your kid's stocking, and then November 7th, you'll hit the fucking comedy show. Yeah.
Perfect.
Just keep the toys in the car because you don't want to taint them with how often I say the word "come" in my act.
Yeah.
November 7th.
So what happened with the tiny house?
It's still there.
Still there?
Yeah. No, it was like when we renovated it, everything was good. It was just, again, like we had put it together on my mother-in-law's property.
Yeah.
And I mean, she still got the property and everything like that. And like this basic skeleton was there. Like when I say we renovated it, like we put flooring in and like repainted cupboards and shit like that. Like we weren't like, I wasn't like hurry hard with the, putting the Amish style, putting up walls and shit. But, it's all still there. Some of it still has like musical equipment and speakers and shit in it. But, we just relocated everything to Smiths Falls just to make it easier. So
you're coming up on a year in town then?
Yeah.
It was like last November you moved in town.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Actually, I don't know if maybe the 7th, honestly. The 7th might be when our lease is like...
Your Smiths Falls anniversary.
Yeah. That'll be... that's pretty damn cool. Yeah. Nice. I love the town, man. Honestly, it reminds me a lot of Kingston.
Yeah.
A lot of Kingston. So it's I've really been enjoying it. It's got a great artistic scene. People are like liberal enough, that it's like I'm not, I can walk around and not worry about people asking me why I look like a double-double. But on the same stretch, I can say like the N-word and not get beaten up because people don't think I'm black enough to say it. So it's great.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to in town?
More parking. I'm looking forward to them widening that street where the fucking Tim Hortons is, so I don't have to like fucking drive around everybody just because I don't want a double and a farmer's wrap at 7:30 in the morning. That's what I'm looking
I can't
forward
do
to.
the lineups.
Dude.
I love Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
And I particularly love the farmer's wrap. It's
so
amazing.
Good.
It's fucking amazing.
So good.
That sauce like clinches it.
Yeah.
The Tim Hortons farmer's wrap is the one time, I didn't actually do it, but it's the one time I actually thought, I want to write the company and tell them what a good job they've done.
Could you imagine just like fucking dude, we gotta have a fucking conversation right now, man. The wrap with the and McDonald's tried to copy too, but they don't have the sauce. That's the thing. It's like I'll order a farmer's wrap, and sometimes because like I want it anytime during the day. Like, I want it on the way home from work. I want it on the way to work.
Every day.
So it's like if it's 2:00 in the afternoon, I'm like, because they've got all day breakfast, I'll be like, can I have a sausage farmer's wrap? And they're like, we're all out of hash browns. I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, dude. Put more egg in that and double up on the sauce, man.
Put some of the wedges in there.
I'm here for the sauce, man. Like
the sauce is so good.
Yeah.
I like that it's a wrap because it's not too bready.
Yeah.
I think they owe a lot to McDonald's because McDonald's led the way with the all-day breakfast, for one.
For sure, yeah.
They also led the way with the breakfast wrap.
Yes,
because McDonald's came out with the breakfast burrito.
That's a game changer too. Yeah. That salsa, man, that was a game changer for the longest
time. And the hash brown. Like
right.
Like,
yeah.
McDonald's did that hash brown first.
Yeah.
You remember the fucking first hash brown
that
Tim Hortons came out with?
I liked it. It was like it was like very urban garlicky, but it was like more of a chip consistency.
I have mixed feelings. It was fucking tiny.
Yeah, it was.
And it just, I liked it because I'm like, I'm a potato connoisseur.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can accept this. They're trying something a little different, but they must have known that most people weren't going to like it.
Yeah, I think
I don't know. I don't know what they were. They changed it.
You know
people
what?
hated it.
You know what? I spent the majority of this podcast shitting on The Rock, Dave Chappelle, and other greats, but I think I'll probably catch the most heat for this. The best hash browns are those fucking Burger King little rounds that you get.
The Tots.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. I like the Tots. I bought 2 giant bags of Tots McCain Tasty Taters just the other day. I like those. I'm a fan of those for sure.
That's the shit.
I'm an equal opportunity potatoist. I love potatoes in pretty much all their forms, much more than most people. My all-time favorite hash brown. The thing is, my all-time favorite hash brown is made sort of in the style of that shitty Tim Hortons hash brown.
Like the potato.
It has to be fresh.
Right.
It has to be fresh. The grated potato. Cheese grate.
Yeah.
Potato to a cheese grater.
Like Denny's.
Denny's.
Yeah.
Yes. Just like Denny's.
That's the shit. Yeah.
Yes. Those are the
they were onto something. Man, and how fucking great is Denny's?
Oh, I love
like
Denny's.
in a country where like the all day or like the 24-hour diner hasn't caught on, Denny's just fucking swooped in like an American eagle, and I fucking salute them, dude. Yeah. Moons over my... I'm depressed and I want moons over my hammy at 3:00. Denny's has my back, dude. Yeah. That's more than I can say for like some ex-girlfriends that I've had.
Yeah, I love Denny's.
Denny's was there when them bitches wasn't.
And then now this has not made it our way. It hasn't even made it like in any states that see snow, they don't have it. But if they don't, if you're below like the snow line, in addition to Denny's, you get Waffle House.
Right.
Waffle House is amazing.
Right.
You like Waffle House.
That's definitely a Texas thing, eh?
It's like Texas, Arizona, Georgia, like it's across the whole South.
Because there's tons of stuff, again, like me trying to get in touch with my roots. It's like traditional, like black, like barbecue, like Southern barbecue. That's like, because like the best grits that I've had were made by like a skinny white dude. You know what I mean? And it's like, I know if I go to the Mama Land, I'm getting the real shit, like the real like collard green. Like I've never even had a po' boy proper. You know what I mean? Like I gotta get down there and see more. This is why you need to come out to the comedy show. Help me hit my goal of being famous enough that I can tour and make a living, so I can go down there and get in touch with my inner nigga.
Yeah.
Like this is what needs to happen, guys.
There you
like
go, guys.
You're supporting young black artists. That's the one that you get for the show. That's the one that I am allowed per year. Like the order
this
of a black man.
This podcast is like a rap track. You're allowed one. And it can't be hinging on a rhyme.
The Order of Black Canadians has decreed that I get one per year. So you won't get it in the stand-up set, I promise. If you're a person of color and you're uncomfortable by the N-word, I'm not going to say it. But fucking help support young black artists and help me reach my goal of one day getting to the South and having a po' boy. And also doing stand-up there.
And some grits at Waffle House.
Some fucking grits at Waffle House.
I love the grits at Waffle House.
Yeah, man. And chicken and waffles is dope. So if they're doing it proper down there, that's the way I want it.
I've had lots of chicken and waffles.
Can you believe I was vegan like 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, I was like, I'm going to go vegan. Fuck it. And then I made it just long enough to write a joke about being vegan that killed every time I said it.
Yeah.
Fucking murdered every time I said it. And then yesterday on the way home, after I did stand up last night, on the way home, I got a fucking McChicken. And I was like, I don't care how funny the joke is. I can't do this.
Yeah, see, that's like, as soon as you identified as a comedian, you started calling yourself. That's one where I feel like maybe you need to put a little more time in before you can call yourself a vegan.
I think I just wanted the joke, because the joke was because I don't drink and I don't do any drugs or alcohol. Like comedy is my drug. So my joke was I don't drink.
Didn't
anymore.
You play video games on fucking gummies or something?
I did. Yeah, no, I took. Well, that's why it was such a terrible live streams because I hadn't done it in like years.
Right.
And I had.
So were you taking the drugs for the joke, or are you telling me you're sober now for the joke?
Yeah.
Which is it?
Yes.
Logan.
So the joke was, is that I don't drink anymore. I also quit smoking pot. I'm also vegan. I don't even come anymore, guys. Well, that was the lead of the punchline was that. So it was like, I don't enjoy any aspect of life. And every time I would do that joke, people were like, oh, that's so fucking funny. And then I had to stop being vegan. Am I still going to do the joke? Fucking probably. But, don't believe everything you hear on stage live at Bowies on November 7th. For fucking anywhere between $25 and $100, depending on how many people you can bring out to see live comedy. Mm-hmm. Get picked on in the audience by Andrew. And me too. I'm going to try doing crowd work, but I'll probably be nicer.
November 7th, folks.
That's the one, man.
Well, anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to get to? Anything else you want to cover?
No, I think we touched on Dave Chappelle. We touched on my hatred for The Rock. I said the N-word. I think like we've done the podcast trifecta, truthfully.
Nice.
Yeah, at this point.
Well, thank you so much for coming out. I've been looking forward to this.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate you having me on, especially under such short notice.
Yeah. Logan Brown, comedian, Smiths Fallsian.
Woo.
N-word. Is it still mean if I don't say it? If I say it in code, but if I say it in code, but I mean it?
I want that on my grave. Comedian Smiths Fallsian N-word. He was a real N-word. Just fucking. Oh my God.
Bye-bye, folks. This has been Smiths Falls on episode 9 with Logan Brown.
That's a good way to end that. Your timing was perfect because you paused for just the right amount of time where I was like, oh, I wonder if that's the end of the... And then you're just like, N-word. Oh.
Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Logan was great to have on the show. Thanks again, Logan. You can go check him out at Bowies on November 7th, Comedy Night, Sunday Night Comedy. Thanks again to our sponsors, the Arts Hub, who have a workshop coming up on November 20th, a sewing workshop. If you've been looking to dust off that machine and finally figure out how to use it, Arts Hub, they got you covered. And, of course, Northwood Music, bringing great local music to your ears, northwoodmusic.ca. Thanks for tuning in so much. Take care, Smiths Falls, and be well.